is Maya, and Maya gets a little bit excited, so we are going to work on the leave it exercise with her. So like I said, I've been practicing this with her for a little bit already. So the first step for this is going to be to start with the treat in your hand. Right now we're not going to use a command word because she hasn't completed the whole activity yet. But what I'm going to do is keep the other treats behind my back so she's not attracted to those, and I'm going to leave this treat in my hand. When she decides on her own that she doesn't want that treat anymore, and she stops challenging for it, I will reward her. And then I'll move hands. I like to switch hands every time I practice just because they figure out what hand the treat's in and what hand the reward comes from. All right, so you'll practice that until the dog does not go for the treat in your hand at all. Next step is going to be you're going to place, well, she's already practiced this, so she knows, but when you're practicing this with her, you're going to want to do this part here. So you'll start by putting both hands on either side of her head with the treat. Drop the one she does not go for. So she went for that one. I want her to see that treat fall. Leave it. And like I said, she's already practiced this, so she didn't even try to get it. When you practice this with Lyla, she's going to try and get the treat. She's going to paw at your hand. She's going to make every effort she can to get the treat, but you're going to show her through your movement that you're not giving it up until she stops challenging you for it. So the first step is just going to be to have your hand on top of the treat. Once they stop challenging you while you have your hand on top of the treat, you'll start hovering the treat. And since we've already been practicing this, she knows, leave it, that she needs to look up at my face before I give her the reward. And I made the mistake there of keeping the treat in front of my body. I want her, leave it, to look up at my face before I give her the reward. Leave it. Since she's completing the whole action here, she's leaving something alone that's actually on the ground, I'm going to use the word. The first step, we didn't use the word because she wasn't completing the whole action. We're not really going to be using leave it as a command when something's in our hand. It's going to be something on the ground we don't want her to go for. So now, since we've practiced this so much, she's pretty good at understanding leave it, that she doesn't get to have the treat on the ground. What?
Just when you're doing it, if you see the dog targeting your hand,
okay,
move your hand behind your back.
Yeah, that's.
She wasn't doing it.
I did kind of explain that,
okay.
But yeah, if you were practicing this, you don't want to leave the treat in front of you, because if the treat's in front of you, then she knows that staring at your hand is what gets the reward. So, with enough practice, she understands leave it, that she doesn't get to have the treat on the ground. All right, and this is Maya, and these are some tips and tricks on how to teach Maya a little bit of impulse control with a leave it exercise.